Test, test, test. Am I doing this right? Okay, am I doing it right? That's what I'm asking myself all the time. What is the right way to do this? I find that this makes it so you never get started. So, guess what? It doesn't matter if you're doing it right, right? It doesn't have to be perfect. Just do it. Get started. Get out there. And this is the theme for this week. This is the theme for this month and going forward. And I'm going to tell you all about it. Hi, I'm Denise, and I live in Morro Bay, California. So this is my second video, and I'm talking about my journey, career change, starting a new business, and all at the age of 47. So I turned 47 this year, and if you didn't see my intro video, I was laid off in December of last year at 46. So yeah, creeping up to 50, and here I am making this big life change. How I got here, how I decided to start a YouTube channel was the career change and business that I'm starting this year is in real estate. So I'm a licensed real estate agent in San Luis Obispo County. And one of the ways that I've found that is good to get your name out there and to find new clients is to start a YouTube channel. So I dove in and did a bunch of research and found that the number one recommendation is just to get started. So here I am, second video. So I wanted to talk a little bit about layoffs and what it was like to go through something like that in my particular situation. I kind of knew that it was coming. Long story short, there wasn't really any work for me to do at the time with this particular company. And there were many, many months of just kind of wondering, each week, is it going to happen? So it finally did happen, and I wasn't surprised, but I was a little bit, um, it wasn't surprised. It was more of a feeling of like, okay, here it finally is. I knew this was coming, but here it is. Okay, now what do I do? My regular paycheck is gone. The day I got laid off, we actually had planned to go pick up a Christmas tree at lunch. So there's a Christmas tree lot in Los Osos, and we were going to jam over there at lunch break and pick up a tree. And we did end up getting our tree that day, but it was a little different because I'm now dealing with the shock of, oh yeah, now I don't have a paycheck. So let's get a small tree. Because I was laid off in December, and it's like when things start really slowing down, at least for my business in the tech world, there's like winter breaks, people go away for like 2 or 3 weeks at a time. And, it was like the first week of December. So you're kind of gearing up for that time off. And well, now you have a lot of time off, but you also don't have the income coming in. So yeah, it's a tough time. So really most of December, I just kind of did as planned. Take that time off to just relax if you can, which is really difficult. Um, I think thinking back now, so the day I'm recording today it's May 26th. And so it's been, 5 or almost 6 months since I got laid off. And thinking back, I wish that I could have found a way to just just stop, just cut everything. Don't think about what you're going to do. Um, don't apply for jobs, although I had to, because when you apply for unemployment, that's one of the things you have to do. We have to, you know, um, apply for jobs, look for something. Um, and I think looking back, it would have been nice to be able to just, I don't know, if you have the funds and you can reduce everything so you're not spending money. Just have those few months, if as long as you can, actually, if you could do 6 months, that would be awesome. If you could do a year, that'd be even better. But to survive, we do have to make money. So that's how it goes. So December, I did, get a chance to kind of try to relax and just think, okay, new year, that's when I'm going to get everything going. And I I worked for this company for 3.5 years, and I only got a 2 week severance, which was a little bit of a sting, I gotta say. So I was able to relax for 2 weeks, but knowing that that's, coming to an end. Luckily, I was able to get unemployment, but it's not very much, especially if you compare it to a salary that I was getting with, in software development. So January rolls around and I'm applying for jobs in quality assurance. I'm software development. I'm doing, holding up that end of the deal where you get unemployment, you got to apply for jobs, and I'm getting a lot of rejection, um, and a lot of nothing. Right? It's kind of weird. You apply for this job, you take sometimes you got to take hours to fill out these things and send your resume and all this kind of stuff, and you don't hear anything, and it's so odd. But you get used to it, right? You just send it out and just forget about it. So I did a lot of that, and also a lot of soul searching. I got my real estate license in 2021, and here we are 2024, and really decided that this is the opportunity, this is the time. It's scary. You don't know if you're going to be successful or not, and you want to give it a try, but it's scary. It's really, really scary. So January is really kind of the time where I decided this is what I'm going to do. Um, I'm still going to apply for QA jobs. I'm still going to try to find jobs in software development, but I'm going to give it my all, full time, working on my business for real estate. And when you're getting the rejections of not getting a job, it's kind of a distraction, right? Because you want to just focus on one thing, and you really have to give it all of your everything in order to be successful, I think. Anyway, and so that is a little bit of an issue, but because I decided that, I thought, okay, now I'm going to learn as much as I can. During that time of learning, of course, you get on YouTube. You get on YouTube and you start watching videos, and you're learning about things that you should do in order to be a successful real estate agent, or things you should do to start a business. And what are the things that you should learn? You need to get on TikTok. You need to get on YouTube. You need to do this. You need to do that. Go knock on the doors. Go call people. Well, one thing that I'm trying to learn how to do at this stage of my life is, you know, do things that you want to do, and do things in the way that you like to do them, and it's going to be much more enjoyable, right? So I've spent a better part of my life working in jobs that I liked but I didn't love, and had a lot of frustration and that kind of thing. So now I'm doing it. I'm doing that thing that people say, do you never work a day in your life if you're working, doing something that you love. So January and February, I did a lot of research, a lot of learning, watching a lot of things. And what I was finding out was it was stressing me out, because I would learn about one thing, and then I'd learn about another thing, and then I'd start focusing on that. And then I'd learn about another thing, and I'd start focusing on that. And pretty soon, I'm just not an expert in anything. I'm just like a popcorn brain, bing, 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 squirrel. So that was really difficult on me. You start getting stressed out, and you got your bills you got to pay, and you know that you only have a certain amount of time because you only have a certain amount of savings. So January, February, a lot of popcorn business going on. I did learn a lot of things, and also the brokerage that I'm with, EXP, has a ton of classes. So um, I was able to figure that all out. So I think March was the time when I really started freaking out. So it's been a couple of months, no income coming in. So April comes around, and now I'm like, okay, get a schedule, block time. Um, there's classes that I do want to take, I must take, and some of them are weekly. That's fine. There's therapy that you have to go through, right? So you're learning, and then you're also trying to figure out, how do you get clients? How do I get leads? And I'm not really the type of person that's going to call up everybody I know and tell them I'm a real estate agent and just kind of wiggle it into the conversation. That's just really not my style. And every single thing that I've watched on how to be a good real estate agent is to do exactly that. Um, so, I'd have parts of the day where I would be extremely excited, like, yeah, I'm going to go do it. And then parts of the day are like, nope, this isn't going to work. I can't do this. So I think by April, I finally was stopping all the noise in my mind, putting that plan together, and just trying to focus on this goal. Okay, this is the year you're doing this. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, but let's give it our all, and let's see how it works out. So that should catch you up on the past few months on where I've been. If you've got any questions or want to share something, please do comment and we'll chat. Okay, I have to say one thing. So this is my second video, as I mentioned, and maybe I mentioned. Um, it's very odd. I want to hear from people who are on like doing this for the first time. It's so odd to record yourself. Distracting. It's so odd to record yourself and then have to listen back. It's like, who is that person? Or, oh my gosh, what a dork. I want to hear from you if you're going through the same thing because it kind of cracks me up. It's entertaining.